So I know a lot of you come to my page for hope. And when I think about hope, when I think about going through hell and then emerging and still being able to find joy and fulfillment in life, I think of my friend, Leticia. So I wanted her to share her story with you guys. And I do want to warn you, if you have little kids around, this video is not for little kids. There might be material that might be a little too scary for them. So should we go back to Christmas Eve?
Christmas Eve 2008. I was celebrating our normal Christmas Eve at my parents' house in Covina with my husband and my 2 daughters and my siblings and my parents, sister-in-laws, and my nieces and nephews. And it was a great celebration. At about 11:30 at night, my daughter started saying that Santa was outside. You know, in the past, we had Santa come around the neighbor and bring toys. So I got up from the living room and went and grabbed my video camera in the dining room and the other room. We started hearing balloons popping. I thought they were balloons. And I realized in a split second that they were not.
And the man that showed up dressed like Santa, that was your sister's ex-husband.
Yes, he came in with weapons in his bag and basically tried to take every single one of our lives. My husband said, grab the kids. My daughter had received the gunshot wound to her face, and thankfully we were able to escape along with some of my nieces and nephews. And so those that were in the house that did not escape were either killed by the guns that he had or by the explosion. That night, I lost 9 of my family members. I lost both my parents, my 2 brothers, my 2 sisters. Sorry. My 2 sister-in-laws and my nephew, who was 17. We've all been able to move forward and manage and deal with our grief and the trauma. But for me, clearly losing all my siblings and my parents, who I felt and thought I knew I was because of them.
This is the crazy thing. When I first met you, I remember meeting you at a bake sale.
Yes.
And you were just so full of life, and you had this, I'm gonna start crying. You had this joy about you, and never, ever, ever would I have thought this woman has gone through something that horrible.
One of the things that helped me through my grief absolutely was my faith. You replace the bad with really good. We all have a choice to make it good, make it better.
Yeah.
Did I want to succumb to this evilness that this monster did to my family? Absolutely not. I was not going to allow this form of evil or this darkness to overcome me or my family or my life. The people that I lost provided such love for me. That is why that deep grief was there, but that love is what gave me the hope, made me and motivated me to say, okay, I'm not gonna waste this love.
Right.
This love you gave me, I'm not gonna waste it. I know you want me to be happy.
I love that. So basically, you knew you were honoring them by continuing on.
Absolutely. And I'm going to do everything I can in my power to have that for my own family, my husband, my kids, and my nieces and nephews. They deserve it. Life doesn't end here. There's a future, there's joy, there's love out there that they should embrace and focus on all the positive things that life is providing and not hold on to the negative, the darkness.
You said something to me once that has stuck with me, and I actually think about it when I'm parenting. You said how, you know, when you want your kids to hurry up, you can say, come on, hurry up, walk faster, hurry up. Or you just start walking faster and they'll start walking faster. And I feel like that's kind of what you had to do with this, is you had to choose how you were going to handle this and how you were going to live it so that they can choose to handle it that same way instead of just saying it to them. You actually took in one of your nieces, right?
Yes.
And so not only were you dealing with your own trauma, you're dealing with your kids witnessing this. You're dealing with your niece who is now living in a new home and, you know.
Kids are so resilient. So me being an example of security and love, I needed to provide that for them.
Yeah.
I needed to be the example and show them that, yes, we're sad, we're hurt, we're hurting, but we're gonna be okay.
So these days, unfortunately, there is always some story. There's a shooting in a school, there's a shooting at a concert. How do you not live in constant fear?
I cannot control what might happen somewhere else. Whether it's at my kid's school, whether it's, down the street, I know what I can control, and that's the choice that I have of providing what I need to provide in a positive way to my family.
So focus on what you can control and stop focusing on what you can't and living in that fear.
Absolutely.
How is Christmas now?
It's full of joy, thank God.
It's amazing.
I mean, every year we've grown and we'll have bumps along the way, but we're okay with it.
Right.
And we continue to celebrate.
Like if someone's watching right now and they just went through something, just a giant loss like that, what would you say to them?
I'd say don't give up hope. Take the time to grieve. Move forward by looking at just the next day and focus on what your goal, which is joy at the end of it. Joy in time.
That's awesome. Thank you so much. I love you.
Thank you, love you. Thank you for having me.
Of course.
And I hope I helped someone out
I
there.
know you have. I know you have.